tell you. Fucking brilliant. Okay, get ready to spend 5 minutes in the bizarre world of Victor Luber, ladies and gentlemen!
Hi everyone, my name is Victor Luber. Actually, Victor Luber is my stage name. I'm keeping my real name a closely guarded secret to protect myself from any cancellation issues. I've got a feeling you'll probably all understand why pretty soon. Let's just say I've earned a reputation for being a little bit problematic. So doing comedy is my latest midlife crisis activity. My former one, which is still ongoing, is my quest to become an amateur guitarist. I don't seem to be able to crack the whole guitar thing, but I'm trying not to fret about it. It's all well and good playing dad rock, but if you don't even have any kids, I mean, there's really no excuse. So midlife crisis is definitely a thing, but I seem to specialise in crises. My whole life has been one crisis after another. Like most people, my teen years were pretty angst-ridden. Then I went straight from that to my crisis-ridden 20s. Then, as a result of a 30-something crisis, I decided to completely reinvent my life, and I became one of those teaching English as a foreign language chances. And I lived a hedonistic lifestyle in Tokyo and then Bangkok. Then I made the dumb decision to move back to the UK, and I entered the soul-destroying tedium of the corporate world. And so began my 40-something crisis. It's all been downhill from there, really. So you'll be forgiven for assuming that I'm just a regular cisgender guy. But don't be fooled by appearances. I actually identify as double trans, as in trans, by which I mean I identify as a trans woman who identifies as a trans man. The end result being is I just look like a regular bloke. As such, my pronouns are she, he, her, him. So anyway, after I came out as being double trans, strangely enough, I got a lot of pushback for that from some really bigoted people. But I didn't let that stop me. Instead, I decided to double down on that. And so I began to identify as quadruple trans. As in, I identified as a trans woman who identified as a trans man, who identified as a trans woman, who identified as a trans man. I had to give that up in the end, though. I mean, it just got way too confusing from a pronouns point of view. So, I guess we just had the Tokyo Olympics. I'm not sure what you're expecting to come next. Anyway, I noticed that the whole issue of trans women participating in women's sports, predictably enough, became a hot topic of discussion again. Very tedious. You probably heard about Laurel Hubbard, the trans woman weightlifter who participated for New Zealand. As usual, all the haters started piling in, questioning her right to participate. I, for one, think we should be celebrating her. I think she's stunning and brave. Okay, so maybe not stunning, but definitely brave. For a trans woman like her to overcome all those barriers to participate in women's weightlifting, I mean, that takes some real balls. Anyway, I lost track where I was. Okay, so has anyone been using Tinder lately? So last summer I had a go at Tinder. Yeah, I don't know, I mean, it did not go spectacularly well. A friend told me that maybe I was being unrealistic in terms of the kind of woman that I was looking for. She suggested that I needed to increase the upper age limit of my match criteria. So I reluctantly agreed to that, and I raised it to 22. But still no luck. I sadly came to the conclusion that I must be the victim of age discrimination. It's pretty sad that, oh shit, I'm being flashed. It's pretty sad that age discrimination is still a big problem now, but actually it then occurred to me that maybe really I'm the victim of transphobia, because as a double trans person, I could be facing twice as much transphobia as a regular trans person. Is my 5 minutes up, actually? I wasn't sure if that was a flash or what it was. Oh, hang on, I think it is up. Okay, well, you can all breathe a sigh of relief now, everybody, because your 5 minutes in the bizarre world of Victor Luber has now come to an end. So, thank you very much.
Victor Luber, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Is everybody okay?